This is how the world feels right now. Leave home, shut the door, $100. Leave home, shut the door, get in the car, $100. Moral of the story, probably just stay home.
So apparently the U.S. Agriculture Secretary, Brooke Rollins, thinks that you can survive off a tortilla, a piece of broccoli, and a piece of chicken for $3. Huh? So our Agriculture Secretary went on News Nation and tried to explain how we can use the new food pyramid. She said you could simply get by with a piece of chicken, a piece of broccoli, a corn tortilla, and one other thing for $3. Make it make sense. So the host, Connell McShane, asked her, how does cost play into this? The host said, and I guess the reason I asked this is because I'm thinking back to the Consumer Price Index report that just came out. And although inflation overall, as you know, kind of held steady 2.7% an annual rate on the consumer level, we did see grocery prices, especially month to month, jumping up. And so it still costs people a lot to go to the grocery store. When's that going to change? Enter Brooke. She says, I think the question you're asking, and it's a really important one, is while we're asking Americans to reconsider what they're eating, are we actually asking Americans, especially those who are living on the margins, are we asking them to spend more on their diet? And the answer to that is no, she continued. It can cost around $3.
I see it, I like it, I take the price, I put it back. I take the price, I put it back. I take the price, I put it back. I want it, but I take the price and I put it back.
We're talking about how unaffordable it is to be in the US. I'm seeing all these videos. I would just like to say that it is 100% some kind of game, because I would buy the exact same L'Oreal shampoo and conditioner, the Revive, like super gloss, exact same one for €6 in Spain. And it is $12 to $15 here a piece. €6, $15, same thing, same exact thing. What? And the math on that is €6, it's $7. For it to be the same price would be $7 here. And I just bought shampoo and conditioner, and it was, I think, like 14 something for each. So $30 to get shampoo and conditioner. Just we're getting screwed.
Here's a short list of things that I think are great side hustle options. I've seen a lot of videos on here, people asking here recently because stuff's so expensive. Groceries, rent, cost of living, gas is like $47 a gallon. Number one, the best thing I think right now is anything service based. This is like the easiest thing to get into. I'm not doing it this summer, but I've done for the last like 3 summers, is mowing. You can make some crazy money. It doesn't have to be mowing. It can be anything. Clean houses. You can go pick up dog poop, detail cars, clean gutters. I've seen people that even clean like trash cans. Service-based business is the easiest thing to get into because there's like very little to no cost of entry. You have to find something that people don't want to do, and then you just go do it for them. You can find jobs essentially immediately. Very easy to find these jobs. Number 2 would be photography or videography. Again, very easy to find these jobs, but you have to kind of know what you're doing. You have to have a camera, obviously. Takes a little bit of practice. The money that people are making from photography and videography here today is crazy. Do anything. You can do portraits, family pictures, product photography, promo video, anything. Yeah, there's a lot of money to be made. Next one is going to be content creation. It can be anything, whether that's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, whatever you want it to be. This one obviously does take a little bit of time because you have to build a community, I guess. And if you don't want to post on your own, things like UGC, which is user generated content, which essentially the company hires someone to make a video, and then that person sends the video to the company, and then the company posts it. So you don't actually post it on yours. At times, if you are scared, like you don't want your face in a video, or you don't want people to see the videos you're making, this is a good way to do it, because more likely than not, no one's going to see the video, at least no one you know. And once you get some momentum, people are making crazy money. I mean, I'm talking like thousands of dollars per video, a 30-second video. It's mind-boggling. Last one is going to be real estate, whether that's rental properties or getting your real estate license and actually selling stuff. Yeah, this one takes quite a bit more work, but with that being said, if you do it right, you're going to have some cash flow, but you're also growing your equity, so that grows your net worth overall. Obviously, do your research, because you can really burn yourself and put yourself in a really, really bad situation. There are plenty of resources on social media, YouTube, and as long as you do it right and you do your research, it's a great option for extra money for a side hustle.
People are getting priced out of buying homes, and this chart shows which states have it the worst. Take a look at the Northeast, places like New York, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, Massachusetts, Connecticut, everything that's in that dark purple up there. Every single one of these states is above 80%, meaning that 8 out of 10 individuals that live in those states cannot afford to buy a home there. Now, how does one determine this, you might ask? Well, this chart looks at how much you're spending on principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. If all of those combined end up being more than 28% of your take-home pay, then this chart is saying you are priced out. The average across the entirety of the US is around 65%, and if you're looking for something that's below 60, there's only one state, and I guess we're all gonna be moving to Virginia.
Literally, like, am having a actual crash out. I spent $90 to fill up my tank. I live in California, so right now we have the highest gas prices in the nation. Before you say, like, you chose to live there, I was born here. I was born here, raised here, went to college here, got married here. Like, what do you want from me? Do you think I have the money to move? I live in California. All my money goes to living. Get home and I text my husband. I'm like, we really just need to, like, stop spending money. And he was so confused. He's like, huh? And I'm like, I just spent $90 getting gas. I'm over here talking like I just spent $90 on, I don't know, makeup or something. And I'm over here, like, giving myself a talking to as if I'm being irresponsible. Like, what kind of matrix are we living in? Like, so serious. And why do our parents keep telling us we're going to be okay when they didn't have to live like this? Like, genuinely. They didn't have to live like this at all, actually. Just having another crash out, and there's literally nothing I could do about it. And, like, what people don't understand is, like, you need money to be able to move states. Also, like, let's not talk about the job market right now. Let's not talk about that. And then, like, cost of living, even if it's cheaper in another state, like, wages are still not matching up to that. So, like, what's your answer for that one? I'm gonna go color, because that's a free activity to get my brain off of this. And then I think I'm gonna clean my kitchen, because that's also a free activity. And then I'm probably gonna watch TV, because that's also a free activity.
Hey, what's up, America? How much money do you need to feel comfortable here in the United States in the year 2026? Well, for the average person here in America, you need to make $93,933 a year to live basic comfort. Now, they're saying for a single person, particularly younger, you need $94,500 on average. That varies depending on where you're at, so $93,933 on average. But if you have 2 adults and 2 children, they're now saying you need to make $209,498 a year to afford 2 adults and 2 children comfortably in the United States. Now, obviously, that's going to be lower in some places and much higher in other places. Like, I could see about $150,000 maybe in rural Kansas and way higher than that in New York City or Los Angeles. But on average, here in America, if you want a family, $210,000 per year you have to make. And if you just want to be a single guy out on the town, $94,500, give or take. Seems like it's a little bit out of reach, don't you think? Now, to put this into perspective, in the year 2021, you would need $74,500 in order to be comfortable as a person in America, and about $140 or so grand a year in order to afford the family. So you can see the huge rise in prices in just a couple of years. It's quite sickening, really.
Are we living in a simulation? Like, $4.79 a gallon? A gallon? My mom would roll over in her damn grave. She used to give me $5 and say, go put this on pump 3 and get me a pack of cigarettes. Like, what world are we living in?
What is a livable wage in 2026? Now, I'm going to run these numbers for the average person in the country. If you live in the top metro areas, it's probably going to be higher, but I want to use averages here. So let's say that you're a single person and you want to live by yourself. Rent and utilities is going to run you around $1,500 a month. Groceries, $400. A used car, $300. Employee-sponsored health insurance, about $200. Car insurance, $150. $100 for personal care, $100 for gas, $100 for cell phone, and $50 for internet is going going to put you at $2,900 a month. My personal opinion is that $2,900 a month is surviving. Now, if you want to go above the $2,900 surviving, getting into livable, I think that would be adding $200 for savings, $200 for investing, and $200 for fun would bump you up to $3,500. Now, this is going to be livable. It's going to give you a little breathing room. You're going to be making progress. You're going to be investing. You're going to be saving. You're going to have a little fun. It's like, okay, this is livable for now. Let me work on thriving in the future, but you're livable. Now, in this example, however, this individual does not have credit card debt, student loan debt, kids, pets. They're not saving for a house. They're not buying luxuries. They are saving $200 a month, but I'm looking more of like emergencies for that, not saving for a big purchase. So what would you have to make in order to be surviving or livable? $15 an hour after taxes, your take-home pay is going to be $22.10. So you are going to be short $690 a month from being surviving. So this individual is probably going to have to work 40 hours a week plus a part-time job and a roommate to alleviate some of that financial pressure. And $15 an hour is more than double the federal minimum wage, and they're still below their survival if they want to live by themselves. Now, if you bump it up to $20 an hour, your take-home pay goes up to $28.80. Now, this is going to put you basically right at surviving, but you're surviving paycheck to paycheck. This is where there's still a lot of stress because you don't have that much savings. You're not really investing and making progress. You're just keeping your head above water. So this individual probably going to need a side hustle and a roommate as well to alleviate some of that financial pressure. Now, if you go to $25 an hour, it bumps up to $35.60 for your take-home pay. This would get you everything on the livable list, again, if you don't have credit cards, student loans, kids, pets, or saving for a house. But this is still going to be livable paycheck to paycheck. You're still saving, you're still investing, you're still having a little fun, but you are paycheck to paycheck. But if you bump it up to $30 an hour, which is $62,400, I would say is the livable wage because your take-home pay is $42.40. You're well above the $3,500, and you've got about $700 plus in wiggle room. So you can use that to pay down your car. You can use that to start saving for a house or make bigger investments. So I would say as a single person in 2026, $30 an hour is now the livable wage. If you live in a top 40 metro area, it might be as much as $40 or $50 an hour. If you have roommates, if you have a spouse, if you have a partner, then some of this can shift. But this is the cost of living in 2026.
I was in the store the other day and I heard some older people saying, nobody wants to work nowadays. And I was about to lose my composure in that moment, but then I remembered I could just do it online. And what frustrates me about that statement is that people forget it costs money to go to work. I have to put gas in my car. I have to physically have a car, and then I have to get a car insurance. God forbid I get a flat tire because car maintenance is expensive. Okay. I have to get oil changes every 3 months. And then on top of this, I have to buy soap to clean myself. I have to buy laundry detergent to wash my clothes. I have to put on deodorant just to go to the job and meet their hygiene standards. Just to do that. And it's insane that y'all are saying people don't want to work. How does it make sense for me to go to a job that doesn't pay me enough money to offset the cost I have to pay simply to get there and be there in a presentable state, and then not have enough money to pay the bills that I've incurred, partly because I have to have a car to get here?
All right, part two, because what the fuck is actually going on? No, I'm not really surprised, guys. Why are they testing us for adulting, bro? Like, why is simply surviving a fucking issue? Surviving is literally expensive as fuck now. Gas high, food high, rent high, toiletries high, existing fucking high. And what's blowing me is most of the middle class jobs are not paying enough to match the prices they keep raising everything fucking to. Like, how are y'all increasing everything except people's fucking paychecks? It genuinely makes no fucking sense. Like, these people can all go to fucking hell. You mean to tell me that I gotta work, be stressed, pay bills, put gas in my car, buy groceries, and somehow still have money left over to actually enjoy life? Where? Because at this point, putting gas in the car feels like sending a fucking donation. Damn booger. I'm convinced everybody's just outside pretending they're okay because, bitch, ain't no fucking way.
My bare bone expenses as a 27-year-old in Columbus, Ohio. Again, bare bone, the bare minimum. Some of these numbers are probably under the reality of the cost, okay? Take a look. And even gas right now, gas for me, I don't drive a lot. I don't have to drive a lot. So even that I know could be twice as much easily. This is not cool. $2,000 a month, like like just basics, you know. Not cool. Like maybe cool if you are in Southern California, maybe cool if you are doing something, you know, you're splurging on that, you're treating yourself, whatever. Not cool to be spending $2,000 a month on barebone survival in Ohio. Not cool. What is the point of me saying this? I don't know. I just wanted to show you, like, is this normal? Are y'all doing the same thing? It's a little silly. I feel a little silly, you know? And I'm not you know, I know that we are, you know, the ship is sinking. I get it. So I'm not fighting the trend here. I'm not like, oh, it shouldn't be this way. I know everyone is like this right now. I know what everyone's going through. It just effing blows. Because I like to have fun. That's the point of this fucking thing, isn't it? To have fun. That's why we work. That's why we went to school, so that we could actually get out of this system. And then it was like, oh, I'm going to start having fun. Well, you think you'd be having a lot more fun for $2,000 a month. Newsflash, I'm not.
A lot of people say that California has like higher taxes than everywhere else. I would like you to be specific. I would like you to explain to me what is cheaper about being here than being somewhere else, because I see all the time folks being priced out of their homes in other states because of the property taxes. My parents' property taxes are set at their 2001 rate for the rest of their lives. And if they move to a place that is of equal or lesser value than the house they currently live in, their property tax will follow them there. The majority of our income taxes go to the federal government. We have a small amount that goes to the California government, and then we have Medicare and disability and paid family leave buckets that are part of our California benefits. There are certain things that Californians, not Newsom, not any politician, that Californians have voted for and have been implemented because of us. One of them is a gas tax. One of them is a tax on cigarettes. Another one that people complain about a lot is undocumented people having access to healthcare. Yeah, we voted for that. We said, yeah, if undocumented people are sick, especially their children, we want them to be able to go to the hospital. Yeah, because we're not demons. The taxes are not why shit is unaffordable. The reason why shit is unaffordable is because of unfettered capitalism at a federal level, allowing for private equity to buy up 27% of single family homes in the beginning of 2025. They are coming into our markets and buying up everything to keep the prices inflated where they currently are. And there's not going to be Congress like having a recession or having a bailout because of Citizens United. They're paying off anyone that could potentially burst the bubble. It's never going to burst. Anyway, give me your stories. How are taxes in California affecting your life in a way that they wouldn't affect your life in another state?
Insert cash or select payment type. Use PinPad to complete transaction.
Median income for the southeast of the United States is about $58,000 to $62,000, whereas the average cost of living is $55,000 to $60,000. This does not take into account additional debt payments, childcare, emergencies, or vacations. The average cost of a home in the United States is about $430,000, meaning that in a household where two married people are making approximately $60,000, $65,000 a year, one person's income goes 100% towards cost of living. The other person's income goes 100% to savings. The individual who is saving every penny that they have will take approximately 12 to 18 months just for the down payment on that house, assuming the market does not change. Tax rate in America is about 35%. However, once you incorporate sales tax, state tax if you have it, stuff along those lines, you're going to be closer to 50, 60% of your income going towards Trump's ballroom, football stadiums coming to your city, fucking foreign wars that you don't consent in, a lot of other research programs that people really know nothing about. The political system is absolutely corrupt all the way to its core, and its followers, primarily consisting of left and right, are all individuals just too fucking stupid to manage independent thought. So they don't even realize that their parties are left and right wing of the same bird. Nobody seems to hold pride in their ethnic or religious identity anymore. More just whatever title is slapped on them by failed politicians that continue to campaign on empty promises. And if you're somehow lucky enough to not be killed by the pesticides in the food, the heavy metals in the air, or chemicals in the water before you hit the age of 67 to 68, you can possibly retire.
where you then have 5 to 8 years until you fucking croak and now you're 6 feet in the ground. As dramatic as it may sound, I'm not entirely sure when the transition happened from the country that I was told about growing up versus the country that I actually got to inherit as an adult. But this isn't it anymore. This is not a fucking country. This is a labor camp. And it seems like the more people I talk to, the more I open up my social circles, the older I get. The new American dream is just get the fuck out of here. You know, I can't say I blame anybody for thinking that either. The older I get, the more I realize I've seen too many countries. I know there's too much out there to offer to settle for this corporate crock of shit that people call freedom.